Hello guys, let's continue talking about HTML canvas. Today we will talk about canvas drawing. Okay, I will come back to this concept of drawing on the canvas using JavaScript. Okay, so all your drawing on the HTML canvas element must be done with JavaScript. That's what I said in the previous video. Okay, so as if we can come back to what we talked about. So if you want to create a canvas in HTML, you need to use this particular element canvas like this. By default, it will not have any border or any content, so you will need to specify some attributes here. First of all, one of the most important attributes is going to be the ID. The second one will be the width. So here we'll say 500. And then the third one will be the height. We say um, 300 like this. Still, you will not see any change on the web page because the canvas does not have any border by default. So if we want to see our canvas on the screen, for it to be visible to human eyes, we will need to add some CSS border style here. So we will say border 1 pixel, maybe 2 pixels, solid and black for it to be visible. So if you do like this, now you can see the canvas. So by definition, the canvas is just a rectangular area here that we will use to draw our drawings on. Okay, so the purpose of this video is to actually speak clearly on how to draw on your canvas using JavaScript. So once we have done this, if we want to draw on our canvas, we will need to write some JavaScript. And to write the JavaScript, we will come down here, we can use the script like this. This is a script element, and we will write our JavaScript code inside here. So the first step is that we are going to need, because we want to draw on the canvas, we don't want to draw on the web page as per se. We want to draw on the canvas. So first of all, we need to find the canvas element in our JavaScript code. Okay, so we can do that by using the method getElementById. Okay, so we can say var like this, uh, and we will say c equals document that get element by ID. And here we will use the ID of the canvas. So we will find the canvas element thanks to its ID. So the ID is here, my canvas. So I'll come down here and say my canvas like this, and then semicolon. Yes. The second one is that we are going to create a drawing object. Okay. This is going to be a built-in HTML object with properties and methods for drawing various shapes and forms. So we will still declare a variable. We'll say ctx equal, and we say c for canvas that get context. Okay, so get context here is that drawing object that we are going to use. And the fact that we have put C here, as you see, C here is this variable. And this variable is, we've used that to find our canvas. So since it is having the canvas, we want to say, okay, so for, on that canvas, we want to assign or apply the drawing object on it. And the drawing object is this get context. And we need to pass a parameter here in the drawing object. So we will say 2D. and then semicolon. All right, so once this is done, we can now draw on the canvas. Okay, for example, we can say that we want to set the fill style of the drawing object to be red. So we will say drawing object, which is CTX, and fill style equals, if we want it to be red, so that will be FF0000, like that. Okay, so once this is done, we will say that we want to draw a rectangle, and that rectangle is going to inherit the fill style of the drawing object. Okay, so drawing object that fill rectangle equal, so not equal, but inside the brackets here, we will have our parameters. So if I say 10, 10, and here we will determine the dimensions. If it's 200, 100, for example, and yeah, voila. So now you can see the rectangle showing and the color, the fill style is applying to the rectangle. So this is how you work with Canvas. Okay, how to draw some elements. Like here, I can choose to actually increase the width, for example, and here as well. Okay, one thing I didn't say is that here for the fill style, so this can be a CSS color, a gradient, or a pattern, but the default color is black. Okay, so if I choose to have maybe a different color here, like this, now you see how this will show on the screen. So this is how you can draw on your canvas, and that was the purpose of this video. So in the next video, I will talk to you about coordinates, how to deal with coordinates in HTML canvas element. So guys, if you still have questions on this, feel free to write in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let's meet in the next video.